Okay, yeah.
Chris, what's up, man?
What's good, man?
You in the building, dog. What's going on, man?
Man, just getting ready, man.
Now, you know I had to bring you on, man. This, you know what I'm saying? First of all, this famo. You know what I mean? It's my family, dog. Like, boy got a story to tell, man. Like, first of all, before the people that don't know you, tell the people who don't know you a little something about you.
All right, so Chris Carter. I went to University of Houston. I'm from Hearn, Texas. I'm a professional track and field athlete. I specialize in the triple jump. And that's a little bit about me. So y'all going to find out a little bit more as we get done talking.
It's a big thing. Professional athlete from a small town. That's the first thing I'm going to hop on, coming from a small town, man. What are some of the obstacles that was put up against you coming from that small town?
Man, getting discovered. Every time I go somewhere, it's like, they say, oh, where you from? I say, Hearn, Texas. They like, Hearn? Where is that? And then I got to tell them, you ever heard of Texas A&M? Most people will be like, yeah. And if they hadn't heard of that, it's like, oh, man, I can't really describe where I'm from. But it's a small town, 20 minutes outside of College Station. And so that's the biggest thing, is just getting discovered. So in high school, most of the colleges, they go to the meets.
Yeah.
And most of the meets they go to are big meets with schools from down here in Houston, Austin, and, Dallas. And we don't go to those. We go to meets in Franklin, Texas, and Mart, Texas, Marlin. Yeah. So just getting discovered was the biggest thing in itself.
But you didn't just get discovered, bro. Like, you dumbing it down for the people. Like, you had a whole momentum, a whole movement going every time you stepped out onto the field. Tell the people about the movement. How did that get started? From the whole clapping, everything.
All right. So I'll be a little modest, but I did run summer track. So I was a national champion twice. So my first time jumping, I was in 9th grade. I got on the runway, just took off. Never done the triple jump before. Bang, bang. Second place. Coach was like, oh, dang, you can do this. You might be real good at this one day. And so over time, I would go jump, and everybody would be on the sideline standing there. And so I would love that. And I went to Texas Relays, I think, my junior year. And I watched this dude. When he went to jump, they started clapping. I was like, man, this seemed pretty live. And so we went to the district meet my senior year. And, man, I said, man, I'm about to win this. So I started clapping. Bang, bang, bang. And then my homeboys started doing it. And they were rocking back with me. Everybody was on the sideline. Clap, clap. Come down there. Bang, bang, bang. Jump, land. 2 feet further than everybody else. And everybody going wild. Everybody jumping up and down. Coach Limas, rest in peace, Coach Limas. Coach Limas was about 350, 400 pounds. He jumping up and down. Everybody was live. And so every time I step on the runway, it's just to pump people up,
And that wasn't even a small win. That was a big win. 2 feet further than everybody else.
That's a real big win.
Like, I'm just like, man, like, dog, just the fact that you even started, like, okay, before triple jump, what was you actually doing in track?
Oh, shoot. Man, I did everything.
Because you say you started in 9th grade, right?
Yeah, I started triple jumping in 9th grade, but I started off running the 100, then I would run the 4, the relays. Shoot, one time I saw hurdles on the track. I said, man, I want to try this. Hopped on the track, ran hurdles, won. And then I ended up going to state 2 years for hurdles. And so started running hurdles, mile relay. Everything under 400 I done in track. High jump.
Man, that's big. And I mean, coming from that small town, I mean, me personally, I'm coming from Hearn too. So it is a very hard place for us to get discovered. But I feel like it was a bunch of talent all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who were some of your influences?
Shoot, growing up, I stayed in apartments. They call it PJs, but projects. And like maybe 30 feet in front of me was Montre Weber. You know Montre.
Yeah.
And he ended up going to Texas for a scholarship in football. And so being around him, and then Pat Edwards, he was stayed right next to him. And he ended up going to the NFL playing for the Lions. And then those are just the people that have made it. But it was so many other people, like my old boy Gloucester, Kelton, all these people that stayed in that area. It's just, you would see that competition and like, man, I gotta live up to that. And I growing up, I wasn't the best one. And so I always just thought, man, I gotta just go. I gotta grind. I gotta hit it because I'm not the best one around here. There's plenty of people better. And just being from this small town with that much talent, I thought, man, Houston must have like 10 times as much talent because it's just as big.
Yeah.
Little did I know, Hearn it was just talent rich. You know,
really is like talent rich, man. Everybody coming through that, like just coming from this month, like you had to deal with coaches going against you. I'm pretty sure the school district itself. Like, how do you feel like it was challenges coming from the school district you came from?
Oh yeah, teachers would come to Hearn and be like, "Oh, it's 3 places you don't want to be: Hearn, Hempstead, and Hale." I'm like, "Dang, for real?" And I'm like, "Man, we just met you. That's how y'all feel." And so all the teachers that went to A&M, they would come and they would come with these bad reps of us. And so already just growing up 9, 10 years old, you feel like you got a target on your back. Like you feel like you're nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. So just that's one of the things. And so you always feel like, man, I really ain't, I really ain't that much. You see people on TV like, man, that ain't me. That ain't real life, you know? Do
you feel like the pressure was on you for you to make it in your family?
Man, yeah, because we didn't have a lot of money growing up. We had government assistance, so it's just I didn't know about grants in college until I was in college. So I'm like, man, the only way I can really just go to college, I'm either have to go to the military or I got to get the scholarship. So I'm like, man, I gotta take care of my mom. I still hadn't done what I wanted to do, get my mom a house. Get her out of there. Yeah. But, yeah, I definitely feel like pressure was on me.
So what are some of the things you did to prepare yourself to get to the next level?
Shoot, man, when I was in because growing up, I used to fight a lot.
Yeah. And
so I was in 7th grade, I met this dude. He was a lot older, but he was on the varsity football team. Mm-hmm. And so I looked up to those dudes like Ken Dunn, Fonzo.
Definitely. Shout out to them boys, man. Yeah. They turn their program around out there, man.
Mm-hmm. And I used to look up to them. Because they were older and they were doing positive things. They were playing sports and they had their grades right and all that stuff. So they told me, man, you got to stay out of trouble. Like, that's going to go on your record. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere. And that just got to me. It was like, man, I got to quit fighting, stay out of trouble, quit messing around in these classes.
Yeah.
And so, that really just turned me around and made me think, like, hey, I can do this. So I would go to school. Somebody might say something to me. Somebody might even touch me. I just have to all right, I'm chilling, because it's bigger than this. Like, I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta do things I don't want to do because I need to get out of here. And just growing up in those situations, it just made me realize that whatever I do, I need to do it all out because I might not get a second chance because I've seen many people talented, go down and not get anywhere. People work hard, not get anywhere. So it's just like, man, I can't mess up.
Did you ever feel like you wasn't going to make it?
All the time. All the time. I remember I got my scholarship and everything one summer. And I was like, man, I got to stay. I can't mess up. I had a night, answer around, broke a window, and thought I had a baby on the way. I'm like, oh, man. Dang, it's over.
That boy says it's over.
Baby come, it's over with.
All the time, I'm just worried. I'm just like, man, I gotta get out. It's just like, it was always that pressure. Like, you better do it right. You better be perfect. You better study these grades, study this work, and go to the weight room, get that extra lift in. Go out there, get that extra rep because, man, you might not make it.
Yeah. When did you, through your time going through this process, when did you know, or what point in time did you know that you had it? Like, yo, I can compete on a professional level. Like, this is something that I want to do and I want to take to the next level.
Man, it was 2 times. Like, when I was little, I saw Michael Johnson on TV. I was like, man, I want to break that record. And that
I think them gold shoes, everybody doing them gold shoes.
Yep. Hey, and with those gold shoes, I painted my shoes gold like 2 years ago, won a national championship. I was like, man, I'm about to go to the Olympics, win that gold. I ain't do it, but yeah.
It's coming, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely is. But that, and then Shoot, I was in college. Like I wasn't doing too well in college, but I went to this one national championship. Just it always would be something in high school. Like I get to the big stage because small meets I might lose. I might not jump that far, run that fast, but at the big stage it would just be something get into me, and bam, PR every time. And it's one meet in college. I'm jumping against dudes that Christian Taylor, he won Olympic gold, and Will Clay won Olympic silver. 2012 and 2016. This is my competition in college. And so I get up there first jump. I'm like, man, I'm just nervous. And it's in College Station. And so my mama in the stands, my uncle, my sister, my little cousin. And I'm like, I get that little feeling in me. I come down the runway, bang, bang, bang. Jump. I'm like, man, that look pretty good. Man, I turn around and look at the board. That's like 1.5 foot further than I ever jumped. I was like, man, I really got something. I just need to figure out how to keep pulling it out. And that's when I knew I could be pro.
Man, that's big. To have that much competition in college and to still make it, like, after that, like, hey, it's 1, 2, 3. Like, you going to count them two, then you going to see me. Like, I'm next. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Yeah. But, I mean, even when you was at U of A, how many people have actually was able to go to college and actually be with a childhood friend, man? You know what I mean? Shout out to Pat, man. You know what I mean? Both of y'all went to U of H and made a huge impact coming from a small town. Like, how was that?
Man, I love that. Because anytime they see Pat, they ask about me. Anytime people on campus see me, they ask about Pat. And it was just from freshman year. He had to walk on, like I was saying, by getting discovered. Pat went to the NFL, didn't get one scholarship offer in high school. And he was good in high school.
Not one. He was good in high school.
Not one scholarship offer. But it's just like he couldn't get discovered. But we came on campus. He was grinding out every day in those walk on trials. I asked him, I was like, man, how you do? He was like, man, I was burning them out there. I was killing them. And so we would just be pumping each other up. Shoot, he stayed in the dorm, so he would come over to my place, and I would go over there. And it's just, we got comfortable because we had each other, you know?
Yeah.
And shoot. Senior year, I ended up being the MVP of the other sports, so basketball, track, golf, all the other sports at U of H. I ended up being the MVP of that, and he ended up being, I think, the MVP of the football team. And then he was an All-American. I think he was like, I know he was the best receiver to come through U of H. He had a game where he had 315 receiving yards.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns, you know.
He broke some records over there.
Broke some records, but.
So how was that coming from a small town? Now you the big man on campus. You walking around. You got all this. You know what I mean? How was it?
Man, it was nice. It was nice. You know, people respected that. They know where Hearn was. That's
hey,
for real.
Put Hearn on the map for sure.
Yeah, it was. Man, that was nice. Like, cause
you ain't get no crazy situations happen when you in the party. You ain't get no crazy stuff happen, did you?
What you mean?
Something crazy. Something crazy happened. You know how the athletes, how they say all the crazy stories going around the athletes that did everything, the top thing.
We had some parties, but yeah, you know, I can't talk about some of that stuff.
It's not for the air, man.
Boys get wild out there.
Nothing that ever get me in trouble, but you know, we had some parties, we had some times at U of H for sure.
So, coming from her, man, is there anything that you wanted to do inside of her, like to try to pump it up?
Oh yeah, man, all the time. Shoot, my goal, it's still my goal. Like I want to get, because you know, you drive down the streets on the west side, it's a lot of old houses just abandoned.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not a good look. And like, so what I want to do, I want to start earning some money and start buying some of that property and fixing it up. And you know, renting it out for not a super low cost, but something affordable so people could stay in. Yeah. And you know, give people a sense of like pride, like, man, it look nice around here. Now I don't want to have like house nobody stayed in for years, just sitting there, or the weeds growing up next to somebody else's house. Just want to have like want it to be more family oriented too.
Definitely agree.
Yeah.
So what's next with you? Like, what are you doing right now?
Man, right now I'm still I'm coaching at this high school, Tascasita High School. Coaching and teaching there, still training and still winning while having a full-time job. And then
so you competing and working full-time?
Yeah.
So how is it? How do you balance the two?
Man, I just got used to it over time because I know what my goals are, so nothing gonna stop me. It's just that's something else I got to do.
Even though you don't even never get that ego, even though you didn't 3-time indoor champion, you don't just walk around one day and be like, "Man, I'm a champion, man. I ain't going to work today. I'd have done enough."
Man, that's how I win that Olympic gold. Like, I really want to win that. Like, I'm really going to do it, you know?
Do you feel like it's too far off, or you feel like it's something that you can obtain?
Oh, no, I really feel like I can win it. Like, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make the team in 2016, but the whole year, I'm like, what? I ended up ending the year ranked number 4 in the world. So the whole year, I'm competing against everybody in the world, everybody at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that went there, I'm beating everybody. Just about. The only person I beat is the dude that won and dude got second. But everybody else, I beat that year. And so I knew I could have been there. It's just.
So what's holding you back? What's holding you back from making it?
Man, time. If they had Olympic trials every year, I'd been there by now. It's just 4 years. You got to be right on that day. You got to train for July 10th, 2016 to July 8th, 2020. You got to be ready. All the way from that long period of time.
It's just one day?
One day.
So nothing that you do before that year crazy, even matters. Just that day.
If you have a bad day, you can. Man.
Like that's what I'm just like, man. You done had a outstanding year. You didn't beat everybody, but then you come today and you had a stomach bug, so you messed up a little bit, but you ain't make it. But crazy. The rest of the year, you didn't beat everybody that done won the first, second, and third. Like,
everybody just knew you was going, but you had a bad day.
That's how it was. That's how it is. You just gotta be ready on that day.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. So, when is the next one? What is the next tryout?
July 8th. I think it's the 8th. I don't know the exact number. I know it's July 2020.
So, what you're saying is we can count on you making it this year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's just say hypothetically speaking, you get in, you win the gold. What's the first thing you do?
Shoot. I hadn't even thought that far. I only thought about getting on that podium, getting on the podium, get my medal, put the medal around my neck, singing the national anthem, and then.
Do you take a knee?
Oh shoot, yeah. I mean, I'm at that point. I'm only getting to that point probably once or twice in my life. Shoot, once maybe.
We're gonna
make it worth it.
Oh man.
So I mean. I'm getting up there. I might have a fist or something I put up there. After I won Olympic gold, you can't take it away from me. I'm gonna represent.
Definitely.
You can't take it away. What you gonna do? Take my sponsors? Shoot, I don't care. I'm representing what I believe in. If I made it that far, y'all gonna remember me for who I am.
I definitely agree. So just to back it up just a little bit, just to run the interview down. Chris Carter. Who is Chris Carter? People run into you on the regular street. Do you ever get any people run up to you acting crazy?
Man, I have. Like most of the time, it's in the track scene, but people come up to me. Hey, man, can I get a picture? I'm like, yeah. Shoot. Like I'm not like one of those type of Hollywood type people,
But that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like the track scene needs a more of a spotlight, like the NFL, NBA, and all that?
Man, yeah, I'm working on that on Twitter all the time, just trying to get everybody together. People not feeling me, though. That's the thing. I'm like...
So you trying to get people in the track and field together?
Yeah, trying to get the people in the track and field together so we can together come up with and start bringing spotlight to it. Like how I'm on the show right now, talking about what I'm doing and what my plans are. Like, shoot, I really want to make a league for the track and field.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Track and field used to be in a much bigger light in the early to mid 90s. Even the later 90s, we were talking about Michael Johnson. I mean, it was when he had the gold shoes, people.
But it was a lot of people really, I guess, doing what they were supposed to be doing instead of like just one person like Usain Bolt, couple little sprinkles. It was a whole bunch of people showing up.
Yeah, but when Michael Johnson was beating everybody, I think it was one other person that was somewhat close to him, but for the most part, we all knew every time he ran, he was going to win. It was just a bigger spotlight on the sport.
But then you also, on the women's side, too, you was with FloJo when she was going running, doing her thing. Like,
That's true.
Aaron Jones.
There's a lot of people on that
Eagles.
side. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's crazy because, like I said, track and field is a sport that should be highlighted. But I just don't know why they don't highlight it anymore.
Anybody that can bend on the pole and shoot themselves up 50, 60 some feet up in the
Man.
sky and come down.
Do
hey,
you know how many
salute, my
times
brother.
I used to try that in high school and be frustrated? Like,
Hey,
man, how do they do this?
I think everybody just tried to pole vault once in their life as a kid, running, trying
For
to
real.
stick, trying to go.
But nah, man, yeah. Those athletes need to be showcased.
And they work year round, too.
Oh yeah, man. Talking about you gotta be 100% to win.
Do you have to train harder than everybody else? Coming from a small town, okay, like you were saying, coming from a small town, would you have to out-train and out-work out people just to prove that you got what it takes?
Oh yeah. Every time I step out there on the track, I'm like, man, I bet this dude from over here doing this, or somebody from over here doing this, so I gotta outdo it. Even though I don't know what they doing, I gotta make my stuff just as hard as possible, as hard as I can take it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like right now, I'm writing my own workouts because I just feel like, man, only I can push myself as hard as I need to be pushed.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I gotta shoot.
So you don't feel like anybody else could train with you and push you harder than what you are? Or nobody can train harder than you?
I ain't gonna say that. It's some dudes
'Cause
that train hard.
You got some beasts out
Hey,
there.
man, they take pride in it, too. Like, you can't out-work out me. I'm 3 hours over you. After
I
you
mean,
start.
but at the end of the day, it's all about the end result. If somebody can, do their own training regimen, which might not be as hard as someone else's, but they still get the results they want, that's really what it's about, the results at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it's a lot of NFL players, boy, they get in the gym, boy, they a beast in the gym. They get on that field, they ain't nothing. You got a lot of
Nothing.
strong NFL players that are not superstars.
You got a lot of people that do squats that's super slow.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shoot. And what I've been learning over the last year, man, it's mostly mental. Cause everybody at my stage now, everybody's strong, everybody fast,
Yeah.
everybody can jump, but
It's all about that moment.
yep. How can you do all this on a big stage and be relaxed like you at practice? That's the biggest thing. If you can't relax and let your body just work like it's supposed to, you're probably not gonna do that well.
Yeah.
And the same thing in the NFL. I mean, they go into overtime. Y'all seen Tom Brady the other day? He going to overtime. He not sweating that. He been there before.
Plenty
It's-
times.
You already know what to do.
Plenty time. So what advice could you give to somebody coming from a smaller town? Like, I keep on saying a smaller town because people don't really understand the obstacles and the things you had to go through just to make it to that next level. Like, what information can you give somebody that's listening right now coming from a small town to make it to that next level?
Man, the best advice I could give is yeah, you might be number one in your town, but that don't mean anything because how many people you around? It's not many. You're not the best, so always humble yourself, push yourself, and show respect. When you win with class because you're not the best one out there. If you keep that mentality, man, I'm not the best, but I'm gonna go for the best. I'm going for the best throat every time I get out there. Then you're gonna be pretty successful.
Do you feel like times has changed, like with the track and field thing?
Man, honestly, I feel like the whole sports scene has changed. It's just I don't see the same hunger from most athletes as
Trying
as
to
it
get
used
that
be.
money.
Yeah, man.
They want them endorsements, the sponsorships, in my opinion, what I see from just sports, like you said, pretty much every sport, they after the check, man. I don't see too many young, and those are the young players that you really know that are trying to be great, the LeBrons, the Steph Currys, and they trying to be great. They ain't worried about the dollars. It's going to come with it. You still got to perform.
Yeah, you still got to perform every day. So I'm just like, you can be after the check, but if you can't perform,
But,
you
that's,
shouldn't get no check.
a lot of people get that perform till they get that big check and slack off.
That is true. I see a lot of that.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta have a GOAT mentality. Cause when you leave, when you done playing the sport, yeah, you're gonna be paid, but who gonna remember you? That's why I'm still doing it, cause I want to be remembered. I don't want to be the dude. Yeah, he made some money at some meets. He got fourth place. I want to be remembered, and that's what people gotta aspire to be.
Speaking of remembering, I want you to think about this one. Has it ever been anybody that you stepped up to next to in track compete with? You be like, I'm kind of nervous about going up against him, but like, oh man, he gonna be there. Like, I don't know how this one gonna turn out. Through your whole time, anybody?
Give me a second.
You just always just be like, you know what? I'm gonna beat everybody. It don't even matter who.
Man, now to be honest, I'm not making this up. Like every time I go against people I knew was faster than me or a little bit better, it just made me like I just knew I was gonna do something special. Mm-hmm. Because growing up I competed against Robert Griffin, RG3, in the 400 hurdles, and so he was good. I knew it, and so every race I'm like, man, I'm gonna get him this time, and we would race, and he'd be beating me a little bit, I'd be beating him a little bit, and then he'd end up winning. So I just kept working hard, but I knew he was good, and I ended up beating him. But like I said, some people just can work like a mule, and he went and worked hard, and he became like untouchable after that. Mm. But if I stepped on the track next to him, I knew like, shoot, he gonna bring out the best in me.
Mm-hmm. Have you took anything with you for listening to learning from coaches? Like, which coach didn't drop the biggest jewel on you throughout your whole career?
Man, that's a hard question. But I would have to say Coach Slaughter, my high school coach. Mm-hmm. 'Cause, I mean, he inspired me. He put that work ethic in me, that never quit mentality. Shoot, he inspired me to be a college athlete. He told me after a football game one day, he was like, man, I think you could earn a scholarship playing sports. I looked at him, I was like, you serious? He was like, yeah, and that inspired me to go hard.
So you didn't think that you could get a college scholarship before he told you?
Man, like I was saying earlier, there's so much talent in her that I didn't see getting those scholarships.
It was a lot of talent that did get not one scholarship coming out of that. But yeah. I always tell people, like, the biggest people that balled the hardest or was the best talent didn't even play sports.
That's usually how it is.
Wasn't doing nothing. He out doing something else. I'm talking about a ball like crazy. But before we get up out of here, man, just tell the people where they can, I guess, all your Instagram and your social media, and where they can go watch some of your meets and certain things.
All right, so y'all can check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's at Carter Cuts, CarterCutz, Carter Cuts with a Z at the end. You can check out for anybody interested in getting better at track and field or just in any sport in general. I do training. I'm gonna hold a summer camp for the kids pretty soon, and I'll give more information on that when it gets closer. But you can go to airhoustontc.com and you can check it out there. Just sign up for it. Put your email address in there, and we'll be in contact with you. So airhoustontc.com, and when you want to watch me compete, check out my Instagram and my Twitter. I'll be giving updates on when I'm competing. So if you're in Houston, you need to come to U of H Saturday. I'm triple jumping, first time this year. And the crowd is going to show love, so come. It's going to be entertaining. Like, I'm serious. Come out and check me out. Check out the whole team. Yeah. Yeah, because U of H, I think they're number 4 in the country right now. So it's going to be a pretty entertaining meet.
U of H got a powerhouse program.
U of H sports right now, they doing real good.
They doing their thing,
the football team has stepped up. The basketball team is doing tremendously wonderful right now. Like, they surprised me. And then, like you said, with the track and field team, like, they always been dope.
They programmed and built up. They done built to a pretty good powerhouse, man, over the next couple of years. Man.
Yeah. So y'all come check it out.
Definitely, man. But again, man, y'all tuning in, kicking it with G and Renegade on 92 KLs every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4.
Kick it, yeah.